Hi, Dave here again from Moss University, and this series of lectures we're going to look at conditional functions in Excel and how you use them. So conditional functions are anything where you're trying to find out an answer based on a condition or multiple conditions. And the first one that we're going to look at is the COUNTIFS function. That's IFS. Now there is a COUNTIF function, but it's much simpler. We're going to look at the more complicated version of it. So the question here is in cell L4, so in this cell here, calculate the total number of countries that are expected to have more than 200 students in 2024 and have a pass rate of over 70%. So in this worksheet we have Caribbean countries and we have the students in each of those countries from 2019 to the forecast for 2024. We also have their pass rate and their average satisfaction rating. But this question asks us to count the number of countries based on multiple conditions. In this case, 2 conditions. So the best way to use the formula, by the way, is definitely to go to the formulas on the Formulas tab and do Insert Function. And then you can search for the function that you want. So if I put in COUNTIFS and press enter, it'll find the COUNTIF function. And when I double click on it, it'll bring up this window asking me for the arguments for that particular function. Okay, so argument is simply the information you need to put in for the function to operate correctly. Now, the reason this is important is because there are slight differences between them, and it's actually quite difficult to remember the syntax for every one, but you don't have to. This really helps. So the first thing I want to specify is the criteria range. So this is the criteria over which I'm going to specify a condition. So the first one is that the number of students in 2024 must be greater than 200. So that criteria range is from here to here. So the number of students in 2024, and the criteria is greater than 200. Okay, now I can put in my second criteria, and the second criteria is that the pass rate must be more than 70%. So the pass rate is in this range of cells here, from H5 to H12, and the criteria is greater than 70%. Now notice that the criteria when you use this are put into inverted commas, which is not standard for when you're typing in a formula, but for these the function puts them into inverted commas. And you can see when I press OK, I get my answer. So it says only one country meets those criteria. So let's see, the number of students has to be greater than 200, okay, and the pass rate has to be greater than 70. So there's one for sure. That one doesn't meet those criteria. Does any of the others? No, because this one here, although it has a pass rate greater than 70, it doesn't have more than 200 students projected for 2024. And if you go through them with your eyes, you'll find out that there is only one country. And the country is actually Antigua. Well done, Antigua. So that's an example of COUNTIFs. Now let's have a look at another example. This time we're going to look at average ifs. And the question here is, so I've got some data about houses in my local town. And I'm asked to put in cell F2, so there's cell F2, calculate the average price for property if the town is undrun, that's one condition. The number of bedrooms, which I've spelled incorrectly, so we'll just change that. Number of bedrooms is less than or equal to 3. Okay, and there is a garden with the property. So there are 3 conditions for this. Now again, don't try to remember the syntax of the formula. Use the formulas and the insert function option, and this time we're looking for average ifs. Here we are. So I double click on it, and now I have to put in the argument. So first thing, this is slightly different. So here it's asking me for the average range first. So what am I trying to get the average range of? Well, I'm trying to get the average of the prices. So I select the prices from B2 to B7. Now it's asked me for the criteria range. So the first criteria that the question specifies is the town is Dundrum. So I select the range of cells which have the town names in it. And the criteria is Dundrum. And again, you can see that the formula automatically puts inverted commas around the criteria specified. And the second criteria is the number of bedrooms is less than or equal to 3. So I select the number of bedrooms from this range of cells, D2 to D7. And the criteria is less than or equal to 3. Now, you can't see anything else here, and sometimes that confuses people. But over here, you can see you have a slider bar. So I can go down and I can put in more criteria. So the third criteria is there a garden? So I select where it says whether there is a garden or not. And the criteria is yes. So now you can see we've specified 3 different conditions. When I press OK, I get the average price of those houses. And that's how you use average ifs. Now there are other ifs, like you have sum ifs, max ifs, and min ifs. And of course, they'll operate the same way. So all you have to do is just practice with inserting those formulas and trying them out. And in the next lecture, we're going to look at if statements and ifs. So see you inside, and don't forget, subscribe. Thank you.